So I've now got a game, and in the game I can run around the maze and eat all the food, and when I've eaten all the food I go to the next room, and when I've finished all the rooms I've finished the game with whatever score I've got. Now obviously the other element in the game of Pac-Man is the monsters who make Pac-Man's life a bit miserable because they chase him and try and catch him, and when they catch him they kill him and he loses lives, and if he loses enough lives then it's game over. So what we want to do here is we want to draw a monster. Now in the original game there's some sort of Japanese strange jelly shaped things that were drawn. Obviously they're quite simple designs. Again, in early games they were quite keen to not have very large files, because a very large file would stop the game running very well. So I've drawn some shapes. I've drawn some circles, a big circle in the background, and I've drawn a rectangle here, and you've all should have used Illustrator before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of this, and then I'm going to use the shape builder tool to turn that into one single shape. So shape builder, I want to join that to that to that over to there. Okay, and then I don't want those little pieces down the bottom. I do want that bit. I have to sort of look quite carefully what I want. And I do want that piece and that piece and that piece. And I want that piece. That looks like the shape I'm after. So obviously then I want to get rid of the shapes I don't want, so I hold down the Alt key and click, lose that piece and that piece and that piece. And that gives me my basic jelly shape. Obviously he comes in a range of bright and attractive colours, and I'm going to start with a nice bright green one. So we don't have a particularly bright green one there, so I'm going to click onto the colour palette and maybe go for RGB, go for a nice bright, a nice bright green. It's a bit dull. That's a bit dull. So I can play around with the colours. Obviously eventually what I want to have is some nice bright colours. So there's my bright coloured guy, and obviously what he also needs is a couple of eyes, okay, because he's scanning and searching for Pac-Man, and those are going to be white, and I'm going to give him a couple of pupils which I'm going to make black. So I'm going to put that on. Okay, that's annoying. Thank you. Didn't want to work. And then I want to copy that, so Control C and V. And I want to put one eye there. And I want to put the other eye about level and about the same sort of distance to the side. And that looks suitably scary to me. And that's what's going to chase him around the maze. Now, I want this to be a picture, so obviously in here I want to export it. I want to export it as a PNG because I want it to have a transparent background. I'm going to put in Maze Game Resources, and I'm going to call this Green Monster and export it. Now it comes up with a nice transparent background. Click on OK, and while I'm here I can actually make some other monsters as well. So if I can click onto that shape, I can change the colour of it and make a red monster and a blue monster, or whatever the colours I want to do, and save them. So I've got more than one monster in the game. And if I look at the original version of the game, the monsters were red and sort of a yellow greeny colour and a pinky colour and like a bluey sort of cyan colour. So I'm going to make myself a set of monsters ready to go into the game.